All right, folks, let's not waste any time with part 3. Let's just keep on going, even though there has been time in between me recording that last video. But you get what I'm saying. We're just going to jump right into it. We get another one of these Aladdin pieces. These seem vaguely familiar, but I'd be lying. I'd be lying if I said for sure, oh, I had that, but that seems vaguely familiar. This piece here, however, though, definitely had this as a kid. And the cool part about this, it comes in 3 pieces. This hat comes off, and this is a Muppet. You see the Kermit on there, and that's a Muppet fur. This comes off, and you mix and match these different pieces. Let me lower my camera. My camera work is F today. And you mix and match these pieces. So this is the condition they had it in. I had these pieces as a kid. And again, I keep marveling over the great condition. We'll see if they have any other pieces. And you see there's another hole there. So we'll see if there's a complete one of either of those 3 pieces. I had this chomper. I think I might have had like 2 of those, but I definitely had that chomper. It's hard to get the stuff all the way in the back without knocking anything over. Had this, and you get the pieces. You build like a little train, and you can move it around. Sylvester had and still have this, so this might go in the custom file and do some things with this. But I definitely already still have this piece. It's somewhere in this house. I don't think it's the one from my childhood. I could be mistaken though. Here's a cow. I believe we saw a sheep like this earlier or in another video. This is, I don't know the name of it. If I come across the pieces to it, another piece, I'll show you how it goes. But this is sort of like that piece where it's like you can mix and match the pieces to what they go. Here's a cop car. This is Hot Wheels, probably from McDonald's. It doesn't say 1993 Hot Wheels though. That is a car. Got a bunch of cars, man. Not necessarily in this, but I have a bunch of cars. We got Daffy, and we have a Nerd Luck. I had this Daffy, didn't have this Nerd Luck. So that's 3 of the pieces. And the cool part about this is we just want to see how many things we can get that are complete. There's this little gun, McDonald's. Guess you can look in there. Yeah. And you can see this looks like a little kaleidoscope thing. Here's a Mighty Max piece. I watched a video recently, like in the last few weeks, of a guy going over all the McDonald's Happy Meal toys from the 90s, and he did not know what Mighty Max was, and it was killing me. Like, I'm like, how do you not know Mighty Max? But this is a Mighty Max piece. It's already in line. You can't get it on and play with it. I didn't have this one as a kid. I do not remember having this one. I had other ones from McDonald's, and I had a couple of play sets that I would actually love to rebuy at some point, just because they were cool. I had like the little Dragon Island, and I had like this standing up dragon. Here is a Wile E. Coyote Space Jam. I believe this is from the line of Space Jam toys. I never had this one, so this is new. I'm glad to have him. There's a McDonald's. I have this McDonald's. He has if it's there, it'll be what was he? He's like a Frankenstein. My Frankenstein piece is broken, so hopefully that one's in there, and then I can have a complete one of those. There's a Pumbaa, a Timon and Pumbaa. This seems familiar, but I did not have this as a kid. I'm not gonna lie. When they were eating the bugs in the movies, those bugs always looked freaking delicious. Here's a little Power Ranger Ivan Ooze thing. I had this as a kid. So you see the 3 villains from Zed, Ivan, and Rita. Little Donald Duck thing. That's cool. Definitely going to keep that. I like ducks. I like rabbits. Little Tinkerbell thing. I noticed this in the packaging when I was going through it. It's like a little fairy and a lantern. So that's cool. Maybe I can work that into Hollywood somewhere. We got a grabber here. Didn't have this as a kid. And these should be from the same line. Didn't have either of those as a kid. Found the bird things hid, as well as, you see how that part clicks in. So that goes with the green guy back there. That head belongs on here. Not the hat, but the head. We got a McNugget. I have this one. I don't know specifically which outfit it should have. I have a bunch of spare McNuggets and some costumes that didn't belong on those, so we'll figure that out in a later time. But I have all of those nuggets. This is like that iSpace shuttle. I had this as a kid. And this is cool. It's just like what are they called? A tack pack? I would have thought it was called something else, but that's cool. I like that. That's still fun to have. There's a lot of stuff in this thing, folks. Another one of these bodies. Ooh, next, I think this is, yes, I had something similar like this as a kid. I don't want to say I had this exact one, but that's cool. It just makes that annoying sound. My daughter would love that. Okay, this is after me. I believe this is Monsters, Inc. I don't think I ever had this. By the time Monsters, Inc. came around, I wasn't really into Happy Meals like that. I was still playing with toys, but not so much Happy Meals. Yeah, Disney Pixar, so I'm 100% sure that's a Monsters, Inc. This is like that truck back there, but I never had this one. And this one opens up like that. That's pretty neat. Never had that one growing up. Another Hercules figure, this time Hermes. I think Hermes was played by Pauly Shore. I could be wrong, but that just seems fitting. But another Hercules figure. A Big Bird. And this it doesn't have a year on it. But this might be a little old, man. This might be older than the 90s. I could be wrong. Never seen that before. I have something similar. Ooh, A Bug's Life. I had some of these. I don't think I ever had this one, but this is getting incorporated into Hollyworld. Yeah, heck yeah. Another Michael... No, this is Charles Barkley. I was going to say another Michael Jordan, but they have him in a Space Jam outfit instead of... Well, I guess that makes sense. But we went over, and I think the first part of this series, there was his Monstar form. So that's cool. Another Hercules piece. We'll see if we have the back piece of that. Oh, a bigger toy. A bigger monster truck. Jake's Motorsports. See, I don't know how it's supposed to work. It didn't roll forward when I pushed it forward or when I pulled it back, so it's not a pullback. That's a big one. I got some other monster trucks. I have a whole thing of monster trucks totally unrelated to this. Here's Shang from Mulan. I had 2 of these as a kid. I still have them. Oh, I didn't even realize it had an action feature, and I've had this figure forever. I think it's broken, though. He appears that he's broken. That sucks, but that's Shang. McDonald's. It's something in this. There's a car. So that's cool. It's a little car with Fry Guys, I believe. So it's like a little firehouse. Chief Powhatan cape. I've had several of those. I still have some. We'll see if he comes along. This looks like similar to this, but that is not giving me a Latin iconography. But I don't want to say it's a Little Mermaid, but it's something aquatic. I'm not sure, folks. Busy World of Richard Scarry. Fire station. So that's cool. We got 2 little fire station pieces. Another one of those trucks. Again, these toys, man, are in such great condition. And for them to be so old, I can only imagine they're from someone similar to my age. I think we covered one of these pieces in the last video. This looks like it's missing something. I think that piece was in the last video. And of course, I won't know everything until everything is out of the boxes and sorted. Here's a Pokey from Gumby. I'll probably keep that for myself. Beetlejuice. This is cool because Beetlejuice, that film, the new film just came out. And also, I'm from a parallel dimension where this should be the third Beetlejuice movie. I can't tell you anything about the second Beetlejuice movie in my dimension, but this ain't the second Beetlejuice movie where I'm from, man. Like, that's my Mandela effect. Beetlejuice had 2 movies already in this world. Little Person Sheep or Little People Sheep. This is Pumbaa, so this is Lion King. This is also a compass. So, I'm not accurate. I'm not sure how accurate it's portraying, but it's a compass. It works. It looks like it might be missing a piece, or maybe that's just so you can put the lid on it and not lose it. And next we have 2 more 101 Dalmatian toys. Neither of these are screaming familiarity to me, so I don't think I had those as a kid. I'm going to do maybe 1 more handful, possibly 2. The goal is, I know, to fill up the thing, but also to like cut off before the camera cuts off. Here's an Aurora. My daughters like that. Here is a dinosaurs figure. This is from Subway. So that's cool. Here is a Simba. Did not have that. This is similar to that Ronald one. It's another train piece. Had this as a kid. It rolls. I can't do it because my camera's in the head pops in and up like that. We did have that as a kid. Here is one of those things and I failed my goal of trying to cut off before the video cut off, but it's cool. We can keep going. Here's a Tonka truck. Did not have this, but it has a little crane and a hook. Another one this might be different. Come out with your hands in the air. No, it's not doing anything. So, and it's not making that sound like the other thing was. So, it might just not work anymore. This is, looks like, frick, what is her name? Esmeralda from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. So that's cool. It's a little necklace. And yeah, it should still work. You just click those pieces in. My daughters will enjoy that. Another Richard Scarry piece. Had this as a kid. Can't tell you what it came with out of the top of my head. Should I keep going? I do have room. Let's do like 3 more handfuls, okay? So here is Rasputin from Anastasia. Did not have this as a kid. Only thing I remember having as a kid was the Anastasia, and I still have some. Here's a stuffed elephant. Nation Wildlife Federation. Not sure what that's from. Here's a Venom. We had this as a kid. Another Pumbaa. Maybe this one's a pullback. That is a pullback. Oh, Phil. And most of these Hercules figures I'm keeping, like this and the Panic. I'm going to give the Meg to my daughters, but I like that scale for this Powhatan. Bada bing, bada boom. And a flick. Still have this. I think this was a pullback. Well, it should be a pullback. I don't know. I don't know. I said 1 more handful. This is a big handful. This is a good one. A giraffe. Don't know what it's from. Frankenstein. Have this. Had this as a kid. Still have one. Oh, I almost dropped that and almost fell into the thing. It's a Sonic television with the Sega Genesis on it. That's cool. And it's a part of like a train set. So that could fit in the Holly World. Bananas. M&M's. Again, moving. I guess that's a pullback. Yeah, that's a pullback. A Mr. Potato Head face. Bird. And this should be like the thing that goes on that head. This is one of those things. So that goes to that. This piece also is along for that. Goes on to that. This is just a little yellow piece. I have no clue what this should be. Spicoli from Detention. From Recess. Oh, I guess if you cock it, she'll hit it. Whatever you put in front of her, that's cool. The other piece to that McDonald's, that Ronald Frankenstein, one of the gargoyles from Hunchback of Notre Dame. I don't know his name. It's either Hugo or, I can't think of the guy who wrote the Hunchback of Notre Dame. They're named after them, but I had that as a kid. Whoops. Here's a Mickey that's along the lines of that Donald that we had earlier. And another one of these pinching, grabbing claws. And they're functional. They're highly functional. If it'll fit, you can pick it up. Anyway, folks, action figures speak louder than words.